Welcome, Aquarius, to your Astrodice reading for June. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you this month in your Astrodice. I did get the beginning of the month reading out first, so if you haven't watched that, go ahead and do so if you are interested. Okay. And it explains in there why I also did them kind of backwards, right? That Saturn retrograde going on right now, so got some new energies coming through, and then of course getting ready for that big full strawberry moon coming up on the 14th, so I will be doing a reading for that as well. Okay, intermixing that energy in. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Talking about Saturn, we got Saturn right here coming through through your 5th house with some, ooh, what is that? Ooh, that's Aries energy. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. What is it? It is that great old Saturn over here. The part of you that accepts challenge to gain some wisdom going on this month. Trying to figure out things with some Aries energy. The energy around you is dynamic, spontaneous, crusading, impulsive action is likely to occur. So really putting in some extra kind of like crusading, like I need to get this done, really wanting to figure out what it is that you need to know. So that's a very good thing in the 5th house. So we're talking about that love, creativity, fun, things that you know, create proudness around you, happiness around you, right? So let's see what's going on. So something that's challenging you within the 5th house. So if you are doing any kind of creative endeavors, anything like that, you might have a little bit of a roadblock, a little thinking block, trying to get around it. Could be a love situation, trying to figure out when it is I can go have some fun. Talking about that strawberry full moon. Fun is going to want to really bring that out for you this month. Okay, let's see what's going on. And going straight to the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Let's see what's going on for you, my friends. Talking about I'm trying to reach out to you. I really don't want to release you. I'm trying to embrace the situation. Wow. In the mid-month, we have transformation. Not taking a transformation at this time because I'm refusing to see, but yet I don't have trust either. It's almost like, but I don't trust you either. Okay, challenging times towards the end of the month, darkest fears, and spread your wings and fly is in reverse as well. So having sort of a wibbly wobbly month over here for you, Aquarius, when it comes to the fifth house. So let's see what's going on over here. So going straight over here to the reach out, it's like I'm trying to reach out to you. I'm trying to take this challenge to reach out. Reaching out to you is a challenge. You reaching out to me is a challenge. Take it how it resonates. Maybe it's both in one. So the communication that I could see over here is not at the greatest over here. No. Could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Taurus, some kind of air sign. Or I'm sorry, maybe an air sign too. Some kind of earth sign. It's like you're trying to keep the faith within the relationship. Yeah, you're reaching out over here, really putting forth effort with the 9 of Coins. You're saying, but I'm trying to be inspired to reach out to you. I'm trying my hardest to have this discussion. I just keep feeling I would like for you to do the same. I don't know who that's for. that doesn't resonate with you, throw it away, but I just keep feeling it. I want you to do the same. I'm trying to give to you. I would like for you, you know, to give back. Releasing for the happiness. I'm not going to release. I'm not going to release. So you're not letting go of the relationship in the beginning of the month because you're making all these different kinds of decisions. It feels like you're trying to celebrate. You're trying to take them out. You're trying your hardest to connect. And this is the part of you that's accepting the challenge. You're saying, this is a challenge. I am trying my hardest. This Capricorn card here, right, is a part of the challenge. Trying to embrace, but it's still unjustified. No giving and receiving. I'm giving. It's just not being reciprocated. That's it. That's it. They're causing a challenge within the situation. A lot of hidden motivations, a lot of hidden secrets, facades, lies, no trust, a moon upside down, something veiled, a lot of confusion to the situation. Trying to look at it from a deeper level, but you're not seeing this actually coming together. So it does feel like you are trying to have maybe some kind of heart-to-heart talk with all the cups over here. If you're talking about your artistic, inspirational flow, you could have a lot of creative blocks in trying to really bust open these creative blocks this month. And just having a hard time really getting through it. And it feels like it could be, if it's on a creative level, because something else is in the way. Something else is keeping you not connected to this creative flow. And maybe it's two in one. Maybe it's because you are trying to reconnect with this loved one. And so it's also causing a creative block as well, or it's just something else. For some of you, yeah, because I have the Three of Cups, so it just feels like something else could be in the way. If you know that your partner is giving more time to something else besides yourself, it's going to be hard to try to get them to, you know, connect with you when they're doing other things, having, you know, maybe going out partying with friends or doing something like this, nature. Rebuilding in the mid-month, trying to get past anxieties and so I'm just going to say stress. It's almost like you're cold shouldering the situation, not transforming it, not rebuilding. Kind of a give up over here, guys. Kind of like a give up because you refuse to see that, you know, there's a trust issue anyways. I think it's just refusing to see that, you know, what's really going on within the situation. Yeah. I also feel like the refusing to see could also be them as well. So if you're saying it's not me, I can see fine, then they definitely this month cannot see past the combativeness that they're giving out in the mid-month, because there's definitely some combativeness over here. They really want to kind of battle and challenge you. There it is again, battle and challenge you. It feels like wills, strength of wills. Who's got the more willpower? Who's stronger within the relationship? But you definitely can see that no matter what it is, even if you're refusing to see all the opportunities that you could be having, you know, and just allowing yourself to kind of fight to stay where you are, you also, though, do have the understanding, no matter what, that this is toxic, right? That they are giving off a toxic vibe, that they are, you know, not willing to come together with you the way that you would like them to. Taking a step back, you know, to make space between the both of you would be the emotional, you know, right thing to do. feels like, you know, the cold shouldering, you know, whether they're cold shouldering you or you're cold shouldering them, it just feels no matter what, you are kind of taking a step back. I still feel it's you who's just kind of giving up and just kind of just going in your own kind of direction here for a second, because you refuse to see any opportunities within the situation coming towards you. Yeah, definitely. Again, there it is. The only difference is that the trust is a perception of this is not working. I don't even trust you anymore. I feel like with the moon over here next to this, the 8 of coins, as we're coming into the mid-month over here, it's kind of talking about dreaming, having maybe even dreams, real true dreams. Like your dreams are telling you something, right? They're telling you that this is no trust. There's no promise here. This is not promising at all. And it kind of feels like you kind of lost control of the situation. And, you know, there could be some kind of, definitely some disorganization over here. If it's in your creative endeavors, you definitely have disorganization in that area as well, not feeling organized enough to continue with your creative endeavors at this time. It just feels like things are not going the way you want them to go. It just feels like everything's kind of a mess. Oh my gosh, the Queen of Coins is guilty. I said somebody might be dealing with a Capricorn. I'm going to go with your person's a Capricorn. I have Capricorn like, oh boy, 1, 2. Not sure if that's a Cap card. No, that's a Virgo card. So at least 3 times. Huh. But they're guilty of breaking these promises. They're guilty of doing this to you and bringing out some sensitivities. But the energy that's dynamic and spontaneous is whatever you're going after with the 7 of Cups, because it's saying I'm kind of not thinking about you anymore. I am realizing that I have other things. So the Aries in you is actually driving you to do the things that you want to do, the things that inspire you, instead of sitting over here worrying about what they're doing. So I do like this. So it's reorganizing your workspace. It's getting a wellness routine going on, things of this nature, right? So it could be anything that is helping. And it feels like it's kind of like hitting, guys, when we're talking about houses over here, it kind of feels like, you know what, I'm going for my 6th house instead. I'm going to go build that garden that I wanted to do. I'm going to go do this hobby. But the problem with doing anything creative is that you're having a little bit of a slow start to doing the 6th house. Only for the fact, because of the creativity that's in flow within you that has to do with artistic things, it feels like it has kind of a holdback, a block, right? But yeah, I definitely see some 6th house over here going on, saying I'm going to go after my hobbies. I'm going to the gym, you know, I'm going to go plant this garden, whatever, right? So it does feel like you're a little more fired up for those areas and a little more proactive to taking care of yourself and doing things that are more fun within your own atmosphere, because there is no promises over here, right? They're guilty of keeping all these promises and all these things away from you. So absolutely moving. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, moving towards what makes you happy. Great. Yeah, there it is. Moving towards things that are more prosperous for you this month. So it's definitely, you know, if you want exciting parties, or you're going to, hey, you know what, fine. You want to go party with your friends? I'll go party with my friends. That type of energy. Doesn't mean that's what you're going to do. But it just feels like you're going after things that are, you know, that suit you a lot better. Things that make you happy. You want to go get your hair done or whatever you're going to do. You're like, whatever. I'm going to go do fun things for myself. So really reconnecting with the things that make you happy and that you're passionate about, and really moving towards that. You're going to definitely be moving proactively towards these new ideas of action during the mid-month, because you're just like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to ignore you. You want to be compatible, you know, and just combat, battle, you know, and I don't want to be there. So, yeah. So with the challenging times over here, it's just like they're still continuing with these challenging times for you. And there's not a whole lot of, you know, communication coming out of the situation, but there's a lot of learning and understanding, that's for sure. So as you are learning and understanding the challenge and the wisdom, oh boy, guys, just think of it this way. You definitely did learn something, didn't you? You learned you're not going to do it my way. You want to do whatever you want to do and fight and argue or however. You know, I'm going to learn to go do impulsive things, have fun, do other things, right? So, and you're learning a lot, actually. Actually, if you look at it, you are learning a lot. See, at the beginning of the month, you tried the challenge. You tried to challenge them to say, come on, let's go do some things that are fun. But then they just wanted to kind of hide away, do something irresponsible, confuse you. See what I'm saying? Something unjustified, whatever it is. Or maybe they ditched you. Oh my gosh, I just heard that in the beginning of the month. Maybe they ditched you for the Three of Cups. Maybe you set up a date and they ditched you. I totally can see that. The broken promise. Oh, wow. So the challenging time over here is, yeah, you know what? Where I felt like I wasn't learning anything, I'm learning, you're not learning. Could be dealing with a Gemini. Oh, yeah, God, yes. The High Priestess. Yeah, because you can fully see the important choices that need to be made within the situation of the challenging time. Right? And right around this time, too, is the 15th over here. This is where you're really going to get into sparking this Aries within you and really wanting to crusade after what is really good for you and really getting some thinking going. So we'll see that with probably within that strawberry moon reading that I'm going to do next, guys. Because I'm telling you right now, that's when it's all going to kind of boom, right? And then by the 21st of the summer solstice, which is my anniversary, how fun. But around the 21st or so, this is when it's almost like the full moon has prepared you to open up some intuition over here to really start thinking and really opening up a different mood within you. Wow. It's a mood change. Becoming super aware of the situation, helping you put your ideas into action. Yeah, because now your creative block is gone. Now, everything that you've been working towards is going to become even more productive because you don't have any blocks anymore. You're super in the knowing. You're squaring off with all the challenges. Because now you can actually see what's really 100% going on from a higher perspective. So it's going to feel like you're way more expansive. And this challenge is no longer going to be a challenge. So within the darkest fears over here, there is some darkest fears, and the darkest fears within this situation is because you're in the knowing now, so you know that this is not going to work. You know that this person this month is not going to do what you need them to do. You're super aware that there's not enough luck on the side for this relationship, and it just keeps crumbling and crumbling with this King of Coins. Like I said, somebody might be dealing with an earth sign. That Capricorn is what we called it. So however it is, but you are also noticing that you are very prosperous in so many other areas. But there's going to be some sensitivities going on within the Tower over here. Knowing, right, that, you know, that it does hurt. You're going to be trying to get past the hurt, but it's going to hurt. Spread your wings and fly is upside down because you don't feel like you have your Nine of Cups. It's almost like I took the challenge to gain the wisdom, to have the understanding. But when I figured out what's really going on, and I know that they're not going to be on my side this month, and they're not doing, you know, not giving back to me as I'm giving to them, I'm realizing that this is actually not going very well. So it just feels like there's a time to break. It's going to be a break time, guys. Yeah. Taking a break. Trying to figure out the conclusion to the situation before you can start a new chapter, because the chapter is not over. And you know the chapter is not over, not until you find a conclusion to the situation. You can't really walk the rainbow bridge and really be happy about the situation until you really weigh the pros and cons to the situation. So whatever the routine might be, when it comes to the creativity, now you're going to have to make room for other things. When it comes to this love situation, it's definitely going to be about making a break. And for some of you, it could be making a break, like escape. Okay, I'm done. And others of you, it's like break time because we're married, but we're not coming together. So now, you know, what's going to happen next month? What are we going to do? Is it just because, you know, we're doing our own separate different things at this time? You know, important choices that you're making are not fitting with what I want this month. So there's definitely a lot of, I just really want to use the word squaring off. For some reason, I just keep seeing this box. And it's because, you know, with Jupiter in the mix over here, it's really giving people that want to do a leap of faith, wanting to do what they want to do, you know, growth and expansion of their own thing, but it feels like it's making you two kind of knock heads over here and not be connected. And there's no real generosity coming from this person. So if you are married, this is where the generosity is not coming in. And they're having a mood change too, as you're also having a mood change. Because remember, the Saturn retrograde is in the 4th house. The 4th house is the home. For those of you who are married, those of you who are not single so much, but not married, just dating, you know, you're going to have to see whether it's time to cut the ties, take the loss from this person that I love, or am we going to try to balance it out? For a lot of you, it looks like you're not really going anywhere. You're going to try your hardest to balance it out, trying your hardest to fix to see what's going to go, you know, on next month. Take it how it resonates. Everybody's story is a little different, but it's definitely going to put a lot of ideas into action for you this month about what it is that you want to gain from the situation. And that's really what it is. What am I gaining from the situation as I'm taking the challenge? Because if they don't want to be, you know, with me, but just always against me, how is it going to work? It's not. And like I said, a lot of you are just going to, you know, backpedal, go hide, go. And the hiding is not even really hiding for a lot of you. It's going to go do what makes you happy for the month. Okay, fine. You go do what you're going to do. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go, you know, out on the river, you know, whatever. Take the boat out, go fishing, whatever it is you do. And that's really what it is. It's going to turn the tables because of Aries. That's going to give you this more impulsive drive to do things that make you happy. And that's really what it is. So you're kind of, like I said, sidestepping away from the relationship to say, that's fine. That's fine. Go do what you want. So kind of, also you could kind of say like reworking what's going on because you're kind of going around it. Okay, so that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.